So, good evening. Welcome back to another live stream, guys. Do you see familiar faces over here? Okay, let me see. Live stream. The stream seems to be offline. It should be about, we should be about to go live. There you go. Okay. Can you please speak, Curtis, just to make sure that you're there?
Yes.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
What about? So there you go. Thank you very much, both. Okay, please let us know on YouTube. Can you guys hear the three of us? Curtis, my man Alpha, and myself. Genesis says, Mario's typing on my channel. Okay. I'm all ears. Yeah. Okay, we're good. So, welcome back, guys. What a crazy... There you go. Yes. Okay, so let me welcome the guys. Mac Mullen, 357. Jack, Curtis Freeman, Dylan, Gurin, Bernard, Joseph. Okay, Alpha Traders there. There you go. Teresa, Genesis. Okay. So, we just want to talk about the markets, guys. I guess that you have plenty of questions about stocks and stuff like that. So you can ask any of us. And obviously, I want to thank both Alpha and Curtis for joining me today. I hope we can do this like more often, in order to interact with the server and with the guys. I think that it is interesting for most of you guys to be able to see the way that we interact with each other when it comes to the pro investors, Alpha and Curtis, the way that we talk about the markets and stuff like that. So this is something that we can do more often. So I don't know. You guys want to say hello, Alpha and Curtis?
Yeah. What's up, guys? Glad to be on. Always here to see how we can help serve and shorten your learning curve. So I ain't gonna talk too much because I want to hear you guys' questions.
Absolutely. Alpha, any penny stock you want to pump today?
Yeah, I mean, what's going on, guys? Well, it's always on top of this crazy penny stocks, man.
There you go.
So, follow yesterday Chinese stickers, man. They went like over 1,000%. So
that was insane,
the
bro.
money's there. You just gotta be on top of this, this penny stocks, man.
Are you exclusively trading penny stocks as of now? No, right?
I mean, I do also 80% of the time I'm doing penny stocks.
Wow, brother, that's amazing.
Really, that's really what my bread and butter.
There you go. There you go. Awesome, bro. What about you, Curtis? Are you doing penny stocks? I don't think so, right? Or
if I see one like it's super low, like at its worst, I might get 100 shares and kind of roll the dice on it.
Yeah, so we need to pay more attention to Alpha's call outs because you're doing a fantastic job, Alpha, with penny stocks, right? And most of the guys have been able to make some good money with your call outs. So you need to, you need to teach me, bro. I don't know how to trade penny stocks. I don't know how to do it. And one thing that most of the guys have to keep in mind is avoid doing, in the markets, obviously, stuff that you don't feel either comfortable with or that you don't know how to do. So that's like a very basic rule, right? So in my case, you should teach me how to teach some penny stocks here on their Alpha. Okay, so what questions do you guys have for us? Let us know. What stocks you guys want us to go over? What stocks have you been trading lately, Curtis? I have seen you. I have seen you posting some stuff about Tesla, right?
Yeah, Tesla. Somebody said something about Disney. We could start with that one.
There you go. Go ahead.
Let me
Mirror.
Quick, Mr. Trade and View.
Okay, perfect.
Right,
please go ahead and share your screen.
All right.
There you go. Awesome.
Looking. Can you see it?
Yeah, perfect. Beautiful.
All right, so let me zoom out on Disney real quick.
It went.
So Disney, we know it fell.
It went on a tear today, bro.
to the
Yep.
to the floor. Like, look at that. What it pulled back almost over 60%.
Mm-hmm.
So we're allocating back here in 23. My bet was that either it would get bought or they figure out how to make money. I mean, it's Disney, and they could at least get back to $100. But now that it has gotten back there and kind of broken this downtrend, now we're just waiting to see if it's a new uptrend. So far, it's holding. Uptrends tend to respect moving averages, so that's what I look for in a trend. So that way, I could easily spot an entry point. Like here, when the downtrend was in, it was easy to trade that. You just every time it touched, you short it, and you were good until it broke. So now that we've broken to the upside, we can see right here immediately the 200 killed it. So we need to see if it could, on a retest back to this level, if it holds, then it'll have a rematch there. So I'm kind of forecasting a range of about 10 points, support down here near 100.
What would be your trade over there, Curtis? So that moving average that is downward sloping is the 200, right? The one that you just
previously, this is the 200, the purple line on the weekly frame.
That's a 200 week moving average.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's a big moving average. So say that Disney consolidates above 112, 113. Would that be your entry? Okay.
Yeah. At this point, because the trade was below 100 pretty much, and so if you weren't in it, you definitely want to wait to after this earnings excitement dies down.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking. What my plan now is to wait for this first quarter to be over, just to see who takes all the hits, and then identify the ones that are worth scooping up at a low price, like a Tesla, potentially Apple, some of those.
Gotcha. Hey, by the way, guys, something that is worth pointing out is that today we made history. So the S&P 500 hit 5,000 points for the first time ever. So that is something that is worth, to point out. Today was a historic day in the markets. So finally, the S&P 500 was able to burst above 5,000 points. Okay, so Disney above 112, 113. You might go long over there, Curtis.
Yeah, if you're not in already, that's where I would wait to see either you play the breakout or play a retest back to the 13 on at least the 1 day chart, but preferably the 1 week.
Okay.
See if you get that lower price.
Okay. Perfect. There you go. We might have another question for you, bro. Is there a gap on Microsoft just over 400? Gabriel McKay, since you're controlling the screen, if you don't mind going over Microsoft.
Yeah, that's cool. Let me reach here.
Yeah, there you go.
Microsoft, another big dog.
Mr. Softy.
Let's zoom out on this.
There you go.
I got the feel on this one. So Microsoft, with the momentum it has, man, that thing definitely could take out 445.
Wow.
391 was definitely a lock once it eclipsed the old high. So because we're way high. I need a pullback. Right now you got the same thing. The 13 on the weekly time frame is holding. So I would at least wait for a pullback there and see if it holds. If not, and we get in a situation like here, then you play it accordingly until it breaks back to the upside. So I'm at that wait and see moment right now. If I wasn't already in something,
if you wanted to go along Microsoft here, what would be your entry point in case of a pullback? What price?
Yeah, if I had to go like right now, at least as close to 400 as possible. So like 410 or below would be an ideal entry using, but because it would have to hold this really 410 level for the trend to be real, kind of how it was back here in January.
Okay. It's a monster, an absolute beast, an absolute beast. An absolute beast, absolutely super positive momentum. They recently posted a very solid earnings report, and with this AI mania and stuff like that, this is a stock that in regular market conditions could go definitely higher. Absolutely, yeah, yep.
I agree.
Hey, Alpha, let us know what penny stock is under your radar as of now. Do you have any good candidate that you can tell the
Yeah, I mean,
guys about?
definitely. There are several ones, like
Okay.
the pennies the world. I mean, there are a lot of tickers, but to be asking it's really about to read about it. Put some time into reading and understanding what's going on with the company, because there is always a company behind the Spanish stocks. So
Yeah.
regardless, you have to understand what the company is doing, right?
Yes.
If there is a sector that is actually hot and it correlates to what is moving, what type of news is behind the movement, right? So I mean, right now, like you said yesterday, you have all these Chinese tickers like going up 100%, 300%, 1,000%. And today, this morning, like some of them, there were some sympathy moves, and they were like another 600% in the morning, right? People ignore this, the Spanish stocks, but I'm telling you, man, like if you were on top of this, you can literally make 600% in a matter of 20 minutes, right? And that is just only by paying attention like to the momentum, right?
Do you trade shares or options like
Yeah,
calls?
I mean, definitely when you're trading stock in penny stocks, you always want to do only shares. And the reason is because, there will be some companies that they're offering options, but the problem is that if they do, the volume on them is gonna be super low.
Yeah.
The
So the
spread on the
spread,
options
yeah.
gonna be huge, right?
Yeah.
And then liquidity is a problem, right? Many people get stuck on those options because there's nobody to buy, right?
Yeah.
You buy it and instantly you're gonna be down like 20%, 30%, right?
That's
And you will need like a massive rally for getting out, or at least have some type of liquidity on the option chain to get out, right?
that's
So it's not worth it. And it's really not worth it. It's a headache. It's really a stress. And I don't do it. I only do shares. So, I buy shares in bulk.
that's
And a really common question that people ask me about is if do they need a lot of money to buy shares? And let me tell you, it's incorrect, because it doesn't matter how much money you have. Money is relative, but the percentage is the same. People should focus on the percentage, as far as they can make 10%, 5%, or even 20%, right, from their money, and then compound those gains, right? So I think just people have that wrong mindset, as far as they think that they need like $20,000 or $10,000 to make money on shares, but it's the same thing. That you got to think about it. The 10% of shares is gonna be the same 10%, 20% that you make on options, right? It doesn't change anything. You're still making the same amount, right? It's only about like options move a little quicker, but at the same time, it's more risky, right?
now you can make more money. The appreciation factor in the case of options is faster,
Right.
yeah, and
Right,
greater,
but
right? But
even shares, like I said, it's all about picking the right stock. And I'm telling you, man, you do more than options, right? Like I said this
Yeah.
morning, man, I would trade some, and I caught like a 600 runner in less than 3 minutes. I mean,
Wow.
not even in options, like you're gonna be able to make
what ticker?
600% in
What
5
ticker
minutes.
was that, Alpha? What stock are you talking about?
One of them was, let me show you. One of
Yeah.
them was Sierra, for example, this morning. SYRA.
You want to go ahead and share the screen?
Oh yeah,
and-
for sure. Let
okay.
me let me
yeah,
share
please
you
go
this.
ahead. I'm taking note of this.
Yep.
And Curtis should be doing the same, I guess. Let's see.
Yes, I am. I
There-
am.
There you go.
Now let me
Okay.
share my
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
screen so you guys
Awesome.
can see. All right, so it's loading right now.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. There you
All
go.
right, look right now.
Sierra.
So
okay.
look, this is the ticket, right? Sierra, right?
But
So this ticket was at $1, pretty much 118, 115. And this morning at 9 in the morning came out in news that they got a governmental contract, and they were receiving a 75 billion, injection cash. So it mattered from, like you can see, from almost 9 o'clock to 9:10. That's 10 minutes. It went from $1 to 10.23.
oh my God!
minutes.
What?
10 minutes, man. That was from 1
Okay,
to 10.
okay. Hold on.
What?
So, were you kind of aware that we had news coming out potentially about this company? So do you?
So this is the
this
this
is
is the
insane.
thing. Let me explain you. This is the thing. Some of them will come out on the news on the brokers, but I have personal scanners, right, that are developed and filtered for Spanish stocks. So when there is unusual volume, it comes from my scanner, and my job, I have to look the chart, read the headline, and then, like I said, if the headline looks like today, like literally the headline was this company is getting a governmental contract with a 75 billion injection. So just only by reading the headline, you think 75 billion is an insane amount of money, right? So
Yeah, that
you
gotta
look at
be
a stock,
it gotta be a
right?
small company. 75 billion is like
Yeah,
an insane amount of
most of
money.
this, like I said, most of the companies are like small floats. That's how like 10 million flow. Sometimes 1 million, 5 million, and that's what it makes them like super volatile, right? This is the reason why they move this much. But like I said, if you are on top of these things, I mean, this thing ran from 1 to 10, and that was almost 700, 800% in 10 minutes, man. Tell me which option
Wow.
will make that in 10 minutes,
No, it's
right?
impossible.
None.
No,
Impossible, right?
no, it's
Because it
impossible.
doesn't tell us the small, the small cap world, the penny stock world. It's so incredible, man. When you are really on top of it, and I do this every single day, and people won't believe me. I see runners every single day like this, every
Wow.
single day, right? People ignore it. Maybe a lot of people don't even know about it.
So, but okay, let me ask again. This is mind blowing, bro. So, what's the process behind this? So, you wake up in the morning, 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m., and you start taking a look at the news, and you have
Yeah,
potential candidates in order to run during the trading session, right?
right, absolutely. I mean, like I said,
Depending on the news.
really what it comes to is some of them tend to look like previous runners like the day before. Some of them tend to have like continuation the next day. But again, once I work in the morning, I do look how those setups are looking in the morning, and then I look on the new ones, right? What new stocks are coming out on the scanners, on the screeners, right? And that way I can assess, they do have like good catalysts or not, how the charts are looking up. I
Wow.
always tend to look to bigger time frames, like the daily chart, the weekly chart. Why? Because that way I can understand like how far, what's the range, right? For example, let's just talk for example, right? When IPO, it was at 3.70, right?
Uh-huh.
So when it started spiking this morning, right? The fact that it broke 3.70, which was the IPO price, it told me that this stock had no roof, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
with volume,
it burst
you
above
have
the
news.
not only the IPO price but the former all-time high, because that was an all-time high, obviously, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And like I
correct.
said, this one, we know that when a stock breaks a high of the day, it's going to end up making a new high of the day, right? So we put these pieces together, right? We have the volume, we have the news, we have the breakout. So, and like I said, you can only follow what we know, right? We write it 20 EMA, we look the buying pressure, we have the volume, and everything just points that out. The only thing is that, we need to learn not to be greedy, because these stickers, they move a lot, but they can come back down a lot and
Yeah,
quick.
absolutely.
As you can
Super
see here,
volatile. Yeah.
it went from 10, and then like the next 10 minutes, it went from 10 once again to like $3.
Wow.
So if you didn't sell, right? Let's say you didn't sell, you get greedy because you think it was gonna go up. You lose from 10 to 3. That's almost 70% down, 80% down, right?
Wow.
So that's
Oh man.
it's a huge
Okay.
loss if like you get greedy.
Quick question about this stock. Are you done with this ticker? So the news came
Yeah,
out,
for sure.
it went up like crazy, and that's it, right? Next.
Oh, I mean, I can show another one. I actually talked about this one the other day. Holo, it went almost 1,500% in one day.
Oh my God,
Yeah, and people laughs about
Man.
this, but I'm telling you, man, stickers like this can.
bro.
It's all
So,
about.
so, so Curtis, go figure this. When we say, "Hey, SMCI went on a tear," and ARM went on a tear, that's nothing, bro. That's
Nothing.
like, Alpha would be laughing at us. Like, hey guys, what are you talking about? Those
This is
stocks
like
went up like 30%, 35%. That's nothing. You guys are wasting your time. Go ahead,
yeah,
Alpha.
this is more than
Look at this
Nvda.
one. Look at this one. Let me show you this one. Look at this one.
Okay,
This
okay,
stock, I had it on my radar like the day before because
okay.
it came out in my scanners, and he ended up this session like around $2. Pre-market open almost at 3, F4, F5. They got news in the morning, right? They were, I think they were getting included to another association, and you can see all day it run. It never broke the 20 MA, right? Which is
Yeah.
our short-term trend line. It never broke it, and it run from 2 on intraday all the way down to like $12, and after hours ended up running all the way down to 51. So from 1 went to 51
What the?
What,
in one
bro?
day, right? And I even posted up like it
Oh
was just
my
insane. When it comes,
God.
it's over 1,500% in one day. So can you imagine, right? The amount of money. This is life changing money, and you don't even have to put a lot of
And
money. I mean, some people like you can just drop, let's say $500.
wow,
You just
this is
multiply that
crazy,
by
man.
5,500%.
Bro,
That's
So it's
still
almost
a lot
like
of
you
money.
could build a strategy around like just buy 100 or a few hundred shares of
yeah,
a
it's more than
few
enough.
research
Absolutely.
tickers, and all you need is one of them to hit, and you could.
Bro,
Yeah, I mean, take it like this. You don't want to like FOMO, but like you can put a small amount that you are okay to, like lose it, you risk it. But when you have this type of like volume, because this volume, it was insane. Like yesterday it had almost 200 million volume, right? It's just insane. Like you can just like let it play out, and this is what you're gonna get.
And you're also done with the seeker, right? So the news came out. That's it. That's it. Next. Okay. Wow. This is insane, brother. This is crazy.
And like I said, right now, just just on touch base to one of the current swings that I have. This is a mid cap stock. It's a biotech company, BMEA. I'm gonna talk about this one tonight as well. They got today they got a 13G as well. It's another insider buying.
Okay.
And I'm loading on this one. I'm buying the dips because they do have good prospectus. And probably some of you people remember, my play Bera, right? We went from $17 to $40. This could have potential as to do the similar thing.
Bro,
right?
can you please show us the Chinese stock that you showed me yesterday? Take a look at this, Curtis. Do you remember?
Holo?
Was that Holo? This is the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing went up like 1,300% up on one single trading session. It was like, I was driving, bro. I had to pull over. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
I had to pull over. When you send me the message, I was driving. It was, okay, let me pull over. I got to take a look at this.
This is wow.
Nah,
so
this is
Alpha,
insane.
do you have any on your list that they kind of play in a range? Like they, that when they get to a certain price, it's probably a good price to buy them because normally they, pop from there. Or
let me tell you, man, it's very unpredictable to know the stickers, and this is more about like you have to be on top of this. Like you see and you gotta react because it's impossible to know which sticker is gonna do this, right? It's impossible.
Yeah,
but you have to be like me, like trading every single day. And when you're in this world, it's all about when it comes on your scanners, when it comes to your attention, you start like looking like small stats. Like I said, the float is a bigger factor. This holo, it was only 1.81 million flow, which is very, very small, right? And you think about it, the flow was 1.81 million, and his current volume of the day was over 200 million, right? Yeah. So that's 200 times its flow running around.
Yeah, the volume is a critical aspect of the trade, obviously.
Right.
You need to see volume like exploding to the upside. Wow.
Yeah, then,
crazy.
That's what you get, right? Yeah. Big volume, small float, and you have a big squeeze.
Sure, absolutely. Guys, drop a comment down below. Let us know what stocks you guys want us to go over. So, wow, this is insane, Alpha. I mean, crazy. Crazy, absolutely insane.
Somebody asked you, what's a scanner?
Well, scanner it's really different. Like, I developed one, I made my own.
Awesome.
That what it does, it helps me to, you can filter, right? Depends how you develop the scanner. It allows you to understand certain factors. Like in my case, what I do use is to unusual volume, right? You know that you can see the stocks, they have like average volume every 3 months. So if the stock gets above the average volume, right, it comes on the scanners, right? Let's say like today, Holo, for example, the volume of Holo was 3.62 million 3 months. Let's say today it gets on volume, right? And it start getting about 6, 7, 8, right? Above its 3-month average, then it's gonna come up in scanners, which that will, raise a flag to me, and I'm gonna have to look into it. Like, why is this stock getting so much volume? It has to be a reason, right? I mean, stocks, they don't get volume for no reason. So that is what allows me to.
Something has to be going on. When it comes to stops, Alpha, how do you manage stops with that volatility?
And as far as stops, like I said, in this type of cases, it's all about like what are you willing to risk. I mean, you do know that's super volatile, so therefore you want to try to keep your stocks very, very tight. When I trade the stocks, I usually don't risk more than like 10-15% of my position if it comes to that, right? Okay. No more than that, because you can recover 10% loss, you can recover 15% loss, but risking more than that, like 30, 40, 50, is very unnecessary, right? Because like I said, stocks like this are every single day. So if you miss one, you can always get another one, right? So always keep your stop loss up. Like I said, don't risk more than necessary. We know that it's very, very important to have risk management.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Don't chase. There is always going to be a next one.
Do you go all in, or do you build the position in increments?
Never.
Okay.
I mean, no, never. Always, I have a strategy which is called, I call it my strategy, but it's about, you scaling, sizing onto the stock properly, like 25% in at the beginning, 80% If the stock looks pretty good, if it's right in the trend, I add another 25% in.
Okay.
And again, I save my other 50% in case there's a big pullback, a big dip. So I can use that to average down and, complete my position, right? Doing that, you protect your money, you minimize your risk, but at the same time, you increase your potential profitability on the stock.
Okay. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay. Someone is asking about a firm. They traded a firm after hours. I usually take trades after hours once the reports are posted. I never gamble on earnings. I can share my screen here, I think. Let me see. Here you guys can see. Let me see. There you go. This is the trade that I just took, guys. Take a look. So I got 75 shares at $40.95. So the stock dropped once the report came out. I took a look at the report. I saw that they beat on revenue by a mile. And I was like, okay, they might end up buying the dip. And they did. So I got 75 shares and I closed them at $44.85. This was a 3-minute trade. I ended up making here $300 after hours. So good.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good one. So, and in the case of a firm,
After hours trading, nice.
I do it. But guys, I am trading earnings on a constant basis after hours. So I wait for the report to come out. I take a look at the reaction of the algorithms, and if the report is solid when it comes to guidance and EPS and revenue and stuff like that, and if the stock hasn't exhausted the expected move, I buy shares. And I have been able to make money on a constant basis applying this strategy, right? So let me go ahead and take a look at the chart of a firm. Okay, so here we have a firm. Is it up after hours or is it down? Let me see. Yeah, it is down after hours. It is trading at $42. So let me. I think that I can move this bar here. I should be able to do so. Let me see. Okay. Let me see what I can say here about a firm. I don't know, guys. I have here. By the way, let me just delete over here. I no longer need VWeb at this time of the day. Let me delete this. This is just noise. There you go. Much better. It is down after hours, guys. I use a lot the 5-day moving average. The 5-day is, as of now, signaling $44. So I wouldn't be trying to trade a firm below $44. If the dip happens to get bought up tomorrow, I would wait for a process of consolidation of a firm above $44. I haven't taken, like a deep look at the report. I don't know if
connection lost.
If it was, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard something like connection lost. Okay. So, regardless of the report, forget about that. The shorts is what really matters. I would wait for the buyers. I would wait until the buyers show some sort of strength. So, by recapturing $45, if the bulls recapture $45, if they are actually able to burst above $45, I would be thinking about taking a trade over here. A no touch below $45 in my opinion. Let me take a look at, let me see. Okay, but you guys cannot see this. Let me see. New share. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me see if I can see over here any AV web that could be worth to be pointed out. Let me see. Can I change the ticker? There you go. Let me see. Affirm. Okay. Let me see. I have 2 AV webs over here. Yeah, we have an interesting AV web here. Let me see. Okay, there you go. Thanks. So take a look at this AV web, guys, that you guys can see. The shortest one. This one. This is an anchor volume weighted average price that comes. Oh, let me see if I can move this. Oh man, this is really okay. Kind of annoying. There you go. Okay, so we have an AV web that comes from the second to last earnings report of a firm. And take a look at how this anchor volume weighted average price acted as support to the penny, guys, a few days ago at around $37. So this could be an area of support that could be acting as such if it happens to be visited tomorrow. So these are the 2 levels that I would be keeping an eye on in the case of a firm. $37.50. This is an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the second to last earnings report of a firm. Or my, let's say, preferred setup over here would be with a firm recapturing, there you go, the 5-day moving average and consolidating above it. So above $44 approximately. That's my take on a firm. Okay, any other request over here? We already went over a firm. Okay, so we have the IWM. Do you want to go over the IWM, Curtis?
Yeah, we hit IWM.
I have been trading that ticker left and right, guys. Like a lot. Yeah.
That's been really nice. Let me share my screen.
Absolutely. Go ahead. So we can take a look at the IWM.
Oh, you gotta cut your share off.
Oh, okay. I need to stop sharing. My bad. Okay. There you go. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, not a problem.
All right, so IWM ETF for the Russell 2000, well, most popular.
Small caps.
So this thing, man, look at how long it's been ranging since August of 22. Just been ping pong. We have bounced off support here. I saw that this week down here near like the lower 190s. So that's a good spot to add. I'm waiting to see what we do when we get back here near the previous high to see if we get a rejection or if it's breakout time.
That's a big level there, Curtis. Big level.
Yeah, it's huge, right?
Oh yeah.
And the fact that we're going into the seasonal pullback, another Fed meeting next month. It could get rejected, so I'm just waiting at this point before I do anything big. But if you're going to trade it, as close to 190 as possible, if you could enter. Obviously, we missed that, so let's look for a shorter entry. I mean, I don't like nothing but maybe 194 near that area, this congestion area here.
And that area, Curtis, between 191, 192 has been getting bought up like every single time. Mm-hmm. Take a look.
Yeah, that's why I say like lower 190s, I would look to get in. If not, it'll probably push up closer to 200. It might make a lower high, and that'll be a real signal to take the other direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, summary. Yeah, wait on IWM. You'll get an answer here probably next week.
And you guys need to also keep in mind that this is an ETF that is extremely yield sensitive. So if you guys see TNX going higher, that's not a good sign. In order to trade the IWM, the perfect setup for us to buy any dip on the IWM or in order to go long the IWM would be with TNX, the 10-year Treasury yield going down, ideally. So, hey, by the way, XOM.
That's right.
Go ahead, Curtis.
Oh, XOM, yes.
Hey, you used to trade oil a lot, right? Like commodities and stuff like that, Curtis?
I still do. Yeah, I still do. I've been watching Exxon. I know Chris was talking about it getting down to 100, and but yeah, I held. Yeah, because we had bought shares. I actually had it at 113, but I sold calls and stuff on the way down. So I'm still holding, expecting to go back to 120. I estimated sometime over the next 3 months it should get there. So by the summertime, it'd be near 120 again. So if the entry is as close to 100 or less, 100 or less, if you could get in, it's stuck between the 200 and the 13 right now. So you got that range you could play. If it gets smacked down from 105 again to 101 or maybe 100, I would look to get in there.
If it bursts above 104, that's very bullish, right? I mean,
correct.
That's a big level of overhead supply right there.
Yeah, that's been a ceiling for it for a while now. And this thing moves kind of slow, so don't expect the Tesla kind of move.
or the alpha penny stocks kind of move.
Oh no, forget about it.
There you go. Nothing like that. And by the way, oil has been going higher, right? So that's also positive for oil related stocks such as
oil is 76 today.
Yeah, it went higher.
It bounced off support here and back to resistance. We'll see if it can break through, but
correct.
I mean, seasonal demand doesn't really kick in. We get closer to summer, so it's getting there. Hopefully, we get one more smackdown, then we can all get in USO.
Do you track oil before starting trades with oil-related stocks such as Exxon and Chevron and stuff like that, or do you treat them separately?
On the future side, I prefer to trade oil because it moves at a digestible speed. Because 1 point on oil is only $100 with the micro contract. So you can easily average in, you catch oil down here, you buy it at 71, put you like a 2 point or 1 point stop loss. And you let it run, and you make $100 a point, or if you buy the full contract, that's $1,000 a point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like oil like that. Opposed to like the NASDAQ or the ES, man, you can get cooked on that.
Oh yeah.
If you don't get it
Absolutely.
right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's trading futures is not for the faint of heart. Definitely.
Yeah, and oil is a cyclical thing, so you could play the seasons around it. Man, I wish I was watching oil when it got -40. That would have been nice.
What ticker do you trade in the case of oil when it comes to futures? CL?
Yeah, CL or
Okay.
MCL for the micro.
Okay. We need an alpha whip on XOM. There you go. Okay,
Let's go.
Okay, Alpha. They're asking about Taiwan semiconductor. Do you want to go over the chart for
TSM.
Garin? Yeah, TSM.
Which one, TSM?
Yeah,
I'm gonna look it up.
pull it up.
Talking about semiconductors, I also have a penny stock too. That's on the semiconductor sector, man.
Really? Please let
Oh,
us
that
know.
one's probably a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me share that one out. Actually, I played that one too yesterday.
Yeah.
That is
What is
interesting.
what is that company from?
Let me show you.
Is that
Well, it's from Switzerland.
okay?
It's the ticker is LAES, is LAES. It's a semiconductor as well.
Okay.
And it
LAES,
was
okay.
it's the growth has been doing good. Like I was moving from two, broke from 2, and then ended up going to 395.
Oh, Alpha, I have an important question for you, bro.
Go ahead,
Because when it comes to a penny stock, we are talking about stocks that trade below $5. But what is the minimum price for you to start a trade with a penny stock? Do you have any? If you happen to have any,
No, I don't.
$1,
I mean,
$2, or
no, I mean, I trade all of them. I even trade like soup pennies, which is like 8 cents, 10 cents.
oh my god,
But of course, it's
Those
it's
are my
really
first.
the cheaper, the more volatile can get because
Okay.
people buy more shares.
okay,
But I mean, like I said, it really depends on the setup. They're cheap, yes, but you need to understand why it's gonna move, right? Not because it's cheap means that it's gonna go up, right?
yeah.
I see penny stock that they go down like forever and they never recover. So
Absolutely.
you gotta always, like I say, always you do your the DD and research, right? But like I said, this is stock lies. It's a semiconductor one, and it was been moving like kind of correlating to what the media, AMD, TSM, all this semiconductor sector. It was going up, and this one slowly was breaking out. So, like I said, it went from 2 almost 4, so that's almost 100% return. In like 4 or 5 days. It's like saying, it seems it had a breakdown today, but I'm still watching it because if you look at the weekly chart on this stock, it was being super beat down, right? The IPO almost at 28,
Oh,
and it's at $2 right now, and that weekly seems that it's like breaking out. You see a lot of buying, accumulation, so I want to keep an eye on this on the next couple of weeks because there is a possibility that we might ended up, tapping the $5 200 EMA, right? Because we know like the 200 EMA is like a magnet sometimes.
yeah.
When there is nice uptrend, the stock price, the price action tends to like move near the 200 EMA, right? So the reservoir is pretty good in my
Yeah.
opinion. Just keep an eye on this one.
What
And then,
setup? What setup do you need over there, Alpha, in order to go long?
But what?
What setup do you need in order to go long? Like, do you need to?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, right now, like I will wait for break the $3 again because right now it's at 284.
Okay.
So I will definitely wait to break, 3, and especially right now it has resistance at 305. So I will really wait for that breakout. See a couple candle close above, and then you guys can go long.
And obviously, like increasing volume and stuff like that, and stuff like that, in order to go long. Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Okay.
You wanna see the trend, stay straight. Like if
Yeah.
you start breaking the EMAs, and you don't wanna get into it.
Sure.
Then yeah, man. As far as TSM, like I said, that it seems pretty strong, right? You see now the breakout is bringing us almost to the previous high from 2022. So I'll be curious to see if it was gonna do. I mean, Nvda, SMI, they're all doing crazy things, and even for this big, because this has almost 5.18 billion flow. Market cap is insane huge, right? But if it does break those previous highs, just 139.30, it definitely can keep moving up, right? So just we'll keep in mind that.
In case of a
Yes.
pullback, what level what level
So it's a cool.
you
Like I
would be
said,
interested
right now
in?
it's very overextended on the major time frames.
Mhm.
But if you start like zooming in a little bit, like if you look at the 4-hour chart, or maybe the 1-hour chart, I would probably wait for that pullback like to the 129s or 130s, right? Because the 20 makes a 129.74. So I will keep an eye on that. The RSI is almost like 86, in certain time frames, right? It's 89 on the 4-hour chart. So it's getting very overbought, right? So it's inevitable that a pullback is going to happen, right?
Okay.
So if it does happen, because they move like you can see every day, it moves around $9, $8. So I will wait for a pullback at least like 130s, 127s, if given, of course.
Gotcha. Hey, so Genesis is asking. No, was it Jen? No. Ocean Goose. Do you share the penny stock on Saints Discord?
Oh no, I don't. I don't short. I don't short penny stocks.
No. If you share your penny stocks call outs on the
I do
server.
share some. I mean, there's so many, and I do share some of them. Like I said, some setups that I want people to bank. For example, like BBA. I share it. So there are so many that I really can't share all of them because that will be too many to keep track on it.
Gotcha.
And again, these are high risk stocks. I try my best to share the setups that I believe people can make money, with some time, because remember, I can't share like 5 stocks because if one of them is gonna go wrong, it means that somebody's gonna lose money, right? And I don't want people to lose money, right? I'm trying to my best to not share those type of plays because some of them are very very high risk.
Gotcha.
So that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't share a lot of this type of stocks in there because I don't want to have that back on my conscience that I make a lot of people lose money. That makes sense.
Absolutely. Alpha, do you want to go over and take a look at Marathon Digital? That stock was hot today. And mind you, I was taking a look at the options market at the close today. And in the case of Marathon Digital, we had 740,000 contracts traded today. Oh, my battery is running low. Yeah.
What was the ticker? What was the ticker?
Marathon Digital, MARA. The crypto mining stock. Yeah, Marathon Digital.
His accent is really heavy.
Yeah. So I was taking a look at Mara. Today we had 740,000 contracts traded. Options and puts. 75% of all the contracts were calls. So we had a very bullish flow today in the case of Marathon Digital.
Are you talking
Mara,
right?
Mara. M as in Mary, A as in America, R as in Raymond, A as in America.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it seems that, it kind of correlate to Bitcoin move too. We see Bitcoin almost hitting 45,000. It seems it's trying to break out again. If people, you gotta understand that these mining stocks, all of them are gonna correlate to what Bitcoin does. So if Bitcoin gets to break, those 50K, you guys probably gonna see a run on these stocks like Mara, Riot, right? But Mara, man, it's one of the most solid crypto miners that I can see, right? This is a nice double bottom breakout. Buyers start to accumulate right now, and so if Bitcoin stays like this in this 45 area, or goes to like 48, 49, maybe you can see Mara breaking again to like 30s, right? So keep an eye on it. I mean, there's resistance at 23.07, and that one break is gonna be to 26.20. So you got another $5-6 to move if Bitcoin stays hot like this.
Yeah, I would like to take a look at can you please let me share my screen, Alpha?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would like to take a look at an anchor volume weighted average price in the case line in the case of Mara. Where is it at? Oh, here it is. Let me take a look here real quick. I am curious because I do have some Mara shares. Let me see. We have a recent high at $31. Let me take a look. Let me display an AV web from here. Take a look. So if we display an anchor volume weighted average price line from the most recent high or the most recent 52-week high of Mara, we get 22 bucks approximately. So it would be very bullish for Mara to be able to consolidate above this AV web And if that were the case, if Mera can close candles above it, then what would be the next gap? Maybe up to, this would be $22 approximately. I don't know. We have $26, which is a previous area of resistance over here, $27. So this is a big level for Mera, guys. $22 approximately. So as Alpha was saying, if Bitcoin keeps going higher and you guys see Mera closing candles and consolidating above $22, slightly above this AV web, the likelihood for this stock to keep going higher, I would say that is very high. Yeah. Okay. So any other requests, guys? We are, let me see. By the way, we are how long in? 45 minutes in. There you go. It's been a nice chat. Genesis, do you guys know this stock? CMPS? Campus Pathways? Yeah, this is a stock. Do you know this stock, Curtis?
No, this might be Alpha's territory.
Do you think so? DraftKings. Dkng. By the way, we have the Super Bowl. Who is gonna win on Sunday, guys?
Oh man,
The Chiefs, right?
probably.
There you go. You don't like the Chiefs, Curtis, do you?
I mean, I don't like neither one. I'm a Steelers fan. so
There you go. That's the reason why. Correct. Okay, I think that Mahomes is going to get away with it once again. I think so, but we'll see what happens.
Right.
Okay. I can go over DraftKings quickly over here, and then Alpha can take care of the other stocks, CMPS. So Dkng. We have a very good momentum over here, guys, obviously, because we have the Super Bowl taking place on Sunday. This stock just made a brand new 52-week high today at $43. What could be the next gap over here to the upside, guys? Let me see. What about, we have a previous support here, $45, guys. This is a previous support back from forever ago. Previous support back from June of 2021. This could be the next gap. Very good momentum above all the moving averages, upward sloping 200 DMA, upward sloping 100 DMA, upward sloping 20 DMA. The 5-day moving average is also upward sloping. I don't see any reason for this stock to stop going higher. Maybe we can see some sort of slight pullback down to the upward sloping 5-day moving average, $42. This would be, in my opinion, a viable dip. This is a technical chart that is under the total control of buyers, and I would like to reconcile this chart with the market structure of DraftKings. Let me take a look at the supply and the demand to kind of confirm this good momentum, and take a look at these, guys. So on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand, and at the bottom you guys can see the supply. So demand buyers, supply sellers. The demand is through the roof, skyrocketing, and the supply is decreasing at the same time. So we have more buyers coming in relative to the sellers. I think that this stock has an appointment with as I just said, $45-ish sooner rather than later, in my opinion. Okay, so your turn, Alpha. Square. I know, Ty. So no, they are not asking about Square. All three. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, we should do this more often. Do you want to take a look at this stock, Alpha? CMPS, Campus Pathways. Yeah, let me stop sharing my screen. Go ahead.
Check it out.
There you go. I think that I saw someone on CNBC talking about this stock today. Yeah, I'm almost sure about it.
Let me check it out.
Yes.
So what's up with this one?
Yep.
Seems UK stock. It's a biotech company.
Is it?
Well, it's a 51.74 million float. So let me see. I can look if they have any news coming out. That's a good thing, I have pay sites that I can look for data. So let me look at a CMPS. So you guys are coming out here. Give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So what I can say of this, I can definitely see they have 83.81 million cash, but they are burning 15 million cash by month, right? So quick math, you have almost 30, 60, 5 months around cash. Cash is very important on this type of companies, especially in the biotech world, because a company cannot run without cash, right?
Absolutely.
If they run out, company's gonna go bankrupt. And usually companies, to avoid this, what they do, they drop offerings, right? When they drop offerings, the stock is gonna tank, and it tanks by a lot, like 20%, 30%, 40% down in minutes, right? So just be aware that it can happen, right? It doesn't matter the stock is on an uptrend, right? Because an offering can really come out anytime, right? The market, these companies can drop an offering whenever they want, you know. So another thing I can tell you is, as far as the technicals, yes, it does look okay. Like, I wouldn't say like good, because overall performance, you can see, it's been downtrending. Just now seems to, it was consolidating on this $10 area, and now start trying to break out, right? But it hasn't really broke completely, right? But this is a weekly chart. So based on what I can see, I will wait probably, breakout at 12:30. So you could go long to maybe, tap those 16s, 17s, right? But again, keep in mind that, that offering it's a high risk, right? I also can see that the news, the next catalyst, they're talking about 2025, mid 2025, right? They have a top line data expected on summer 2024, which is in July. So you have like around 4 or 5 more months. So also keep in mind that when you're trading biotech companies, if the data that they're presenting goes wrong, or any number is not as expected, the stock is going to tank as well, right? So that's why trading biotech companies is similar to trade like earnings stock, right? Like earnings, you don't know what's going to happen, and if it goes bad,
Super
tanks.
volatile.
If it goes good,
Super
spikes, right?
volatile.
So they're
Yeah.
super volatile,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
There you go.
Another thing I can say is, like, I'm looking on the insider buying, and it seems that insiders, like, the director, they've been selling a lot of stock, right? Now these people, they know something that we don't know, of course, because this is why you always want to keep an eye on what the insiders do. So I will just be very careful with this stock. In my opinion, I wouldn't try to buy it right now, at least to see a bigger, a longer confirmation. In
There
my
you go.
opinion,
Yeah, above maybe $12.30, $13.
around
Once that kind
12:30,
of, yeah,
you can see maybe 15, 17s,
correct. Yeah, it is an interesting
right?
chart over there. Curtis, Tessie,
Yes,
please.
sir.
Tessie, go ahead. Let us know. It couldn't burst above 192 today, right? It was impossible. I was taking a look at it. If Tesla had been able to take out 192, I was going to go all in calls, but it couldn't do it. So what are your thoughts on Tessie?
Yeah, I'm with you. A little bit higher. I'm like 193 if we can capture that. But I mean, look at this damn RSI, man. This thing is cooking. But I had been waiting for under 200 for the longest, and I had 3 entries planned already. So under 200 being the first, in between 170 and 140 the second one, and then if it drops under 140, that would be my third entry. If none of those come, because I've already entered here, then I'll buy the breakout on the uptrend. So if you're not in already, where would you want to get in?
The chart looks ugly, bro. Like extremely
It's-
ugly, right? I mean,
Yes, it's not pretty at all.
It's a major downtrend, so you guys have to be careful if you're going to trade the sticker. But I don't know. Would you go long above 192 over there?
If it recaptures above here and starts trending up, I'd go long. Like if we get some behavior like here where it can get up there and stay, then yeah, we can trade that. But here, I mean, look at it. It could do anything. So I would err on the lower side of this range, kind of like in the lower 180s if you can get it. But yeah, don't rush in right now.
And
But keep your eye on it.
by the way, today we had once again a very bullish option flow in the case of Tessie. So we had 2 million contracts traded today. 58% of all of those contracts were call options. So they are buying calls left and right. But we have so many buyers trapped, in the way up that, I mean, this area of 192, 198, 197 has been impossible for the bulls in order to take him out, right? So it is an ugly looking chart, but yeah, at some point we all are going to be grabbing some Tesla calls, I guess.
I mean, it's always scary buying Tesla anyway, so just hold your breath.
And tight stops. Hey, Z is asking, just give us the name of those websites for our own research, Alpha, if you're willing to do so. I don't know if you want to tell him something.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, just keep in mind that these places are paid; they're not free. So they cost money. One of them is Biopharma Catalyst.
Wow,
That's for
that's the
this,
that's the actual name of the website, Biopharma Catalyst.
biopharmacatalyst.com, and there is another. I use
Oh my
Ortex as
god.
well.
Okay.
Ortex is a pretty good place to get, but as well, it's pay as well. All these places are pay.
How the hell you
Like,
find
like,
out?
like they
about
say,
it?
you gotta pay to play.
I was about to ask the same, Curtis.
Biopharma Catalyst. Like, were you in a secret dark meeting?
What?
No, I'm saying, how did you find out about that?
Yeah, this is insane, Alpha.
Crazy, man.
Bro, if you had told me before this Zoom meeting if someone had told me before the meeting that we have a website which name is Biopharma Catalyst, I mean, I would have thought they were kidding. I mean, this is crazy, bro. Biopharma
Scam
Catalyst. Yeah, this is insane, man. Okay, Ocean Goose, shorts getting caught on Tessie when it goes up tomorrow. Maybe we had a very bullish flow in the case of Tesla today, as I just said, guys. 2 million contracts traded. 59% of those contracts were call options, so who knows? But be careful. I mean, I am not definitely touching Tesla below 192, so just be careful, okay? Okay, guys, any other stock? Let us know, please. We are like an hour in, I think. Let me see. We are, 57 minutes in. If you have any other request before we go and grab a beer, let me see. Let me ask you guys, by the way. So today we hit a brand new all-time high, in both the SPY, the SPY, and the S&P 500. So what do you guys believe is coming up next for the markets? Like consolidation above 5,000 points, or a pullback, or I don't know. What are you guys thinking about? Because we are in an uptrend, right? So
Yeah.
the trend is up.
Yeah. I'm seeing a pullback, but not like most might think it'll be, just because, like you said, we in an uptrend, and normally when all-time highs get hit, the market keeps making it go higher. So, I'm just looking for a small pullback, just kind of to let all the people that were offsides get in, and here we go.
Do you have any target to the downside in case of a pullback, Curtis? I don't know, 495, 490, or
Shit, man, it was for SPY, it was 450, but that's a
wow.
dream.
I think
That's a dream.
I think 450 is long gone, bro. We might not see
Yes.
450 again. I mean, who knows, right? So
I'm seeing like 480 to high 470s at the most.
but that would be a correction, Curtis. What are you looking at? Like a 10% drop? 7% drop?
Yeah, nothing too heavy.
Okay.
Just to kind of keep trend, because we've been riding the 13 on the 1 day. That price is 490, but I think we can at least get down to the 480s maybe with some the right kind of data.
Okay. What about you, Alpha, on the SPY? Higher, lower? What do you think? Consolidation at around these levels?
Well, I mean, the trend is pretty nice, man. I mean, I can't deny that. I do think that the market is pushing, or people is pushing, they want to see 400s on SPY. They won't be happy until they don't see 400s.
Wow.
I think that when that happens, then that's when you might see a rejection or a pullback. But it's just like you can see people, as far as buying shares, buying call options, they want to see 400 on the SPY, in the SPY.
Yeah, I mean, the S&P already hit 5,000, so 5,000. We're just like one block away from 500 in the SPY.
Right.
Maybe tomorrow, who knows? So yeah, that could happen. Hey guys, thoughts on Nvda upcoming earnings? What do you guys think? Alpha, can you go over the Nvidia's chart?
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Okay.
I think, man, to be honest, man, I don't think it's gonna be another spike. I can be wrong, but it
This
will be very surprising to see another spike. Let me share my screen. But I do think that the chart itself, it tells you everything. It's already very overextended, like very overextended,
Yeah, it is.
right? So just look at the daily chart. You know,
Mm.
it's the first breakout when we had those 400. Just look at this. It went from pretty much from 400s to 700s nonstop. That's $300, man.
crazy.
$300, from January to now.
Yeah, that's insane,
That's-
bro.
right?
Unbelievable.
It's in a month. It's a month in ish couple of days. So I don't think just because health of the stock, and it's not gonna gap up more. It needs to pull back. It needs to like tap the 20-minute retest, consolidate, right? This is a cycle. We know the market is a cycle, right? So stocks need to pull back, consolidate before going higher, right? So I think that we might see some type of kind of like sell the news, because we already know how Nvda is doing, right? People knows this already. So I think there's not gonna be a surprise for anybody to see like a great report, and I think that might cause a sell-off. That's my opinion. Regardless, I don't gamble earnings, never. I haven't done it.
Correct.
So,
It
if
got
you're holding
upgrade-
shares,
It got upgraded today once again, Alpha. Morgan Stanley, I think, $850. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they keep raising it.
Yeah,
pumping it.
they keep raising it, bro, over and over and over and over again. It's like there's no roof for this stock, it seems.
And you
so,
know,
man,
Nancy Pelosi bought calls on it a
Yeah,
couple months ago. So
and those calls are ultra in the money, bro. Like the strike price
Ultra.
is like $150. It's
Admire, man.
insane. If Pelosi had a Patreon, I would sign up like immediately, guys. She's killing
Yeah.
it. If she had a Patreon, I would go like all in, I would pay the subscription for sure.
yeah, it's crazy, man.
So,
Oh,
okay.
man, I gotta go, guys. So, thank you for inviting me and to the
Absolutely.
channel.
No, let's just. I mean, it's enough, guys. I mean, we've been streaming for an hour, so let's just wrap it up. I think that we are going to do this like more often. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Thank you, guys, for coming over. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Okay?
yes, sir.
Keep it up, guys. Thank you very much. Okay?
Okay, guys.
Take care, guys. Bye.
All right, man.
Hey, by the way, are you guys still there? Let me just shut down the stream quickly.